and welcome to UC Today. My name is Kieran Devlin, and today's session is the big UC partner update for Landis Technologies. I'm delighted to be joined by Paul Martin, Head of Global Sales at Landis Technologies. Paul, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Kieran. Thanks for having me. Really looking forward to the conversation here.
Before we kick things off in earnest, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself, Paul, and the work you do with Landis Technologies?
Sure, yes. I am an accounting executive here with Landis, so I work on the software side of our organization. We focus on products that help complete Microsoft Teams. So I work on the software sales side of things, but I also spend a lot of my time in partner support. We have quite a number of partners globally that we support, and so I always try to make sure they have the tools they need to engage with their customers.
Perfect. Well, as you said, you're an ideal linchpin for this conversation today. And shall we start off with what what are the kinds of trends that are impacting your partners right now?
Yeah, so it's a very interesting time for our partners, and in particular, Microsoft Teams resellers and MSPs. There's a lot of things happening in the space. Obviously, the broader scale organizations are always looking to cut costs where they can and manage the costs of the tools that they have in their environment. And so Microsoft Teams typically is pretty well positioned for that. But it's just helping organizations navigate that, coming from legacy systems. How can they support? Where can they save a little bit on licensing and just equipment costs and things like that? The other thing that is kind of a challenge. It's an exciting time, but a lot of partners are fielding these requests and questions from their customers as AI has come more to the forefront of the discussion. And AI has a lot of applications. It has a lot of good ideas and things like that. A lot of organizations kind of struggle to know how does it apply to them right now. What are the tools that they can plug in at the moment? And so those are typically questions that that our partners are fielding and helping their customers find value where they're at and how it can plug into their organization. So that's something that is definitely, especially as we look into 2024, those types of topics come up pretty quick in a conversation with an organization as they look to deploy a new phone system or switching from a legacy system to Teams. Those are always at the forefront of the discussion.
Perfect. And this is touched on what you just discussed there, but I was wondering if you could please explore in a bit more detail specifically the challenges that are impacting your partners. And obviously, AI and leveraging AI in the right way for them is perhaps a key one here. But I'm really keen to hear in your own words about these challenges with your partners.
Yeah, so I think, like I mentioned, AI, yes, it can be a challenge. I think it's an exciting opportunity that they're facing. But I would say the biggest challenge is as an organization is moving, let's say it's a Microsoft partner, a Microsoft MSP, as their customer is moving to the Microsoft platform, identifying all the areas that that they have needs and making sure that the product fits that. And with organizations, obviously it's not one size fits all. Every organization has its own unique needs, and so it can be a challenge for partners to find exactly the products that are going to help complete Microsoft environments and making sure that as they move to Teams, that Teams does in fact cover every area of their business need. And that's not always the case. And so sometimes partners are left, how can we fill the gaps? How can we specify, put forth products that are going to help solve those problems in a cohesive way and not make it feel like a disjointed deployment. Obviously, when someone looks to switch to a solution, they want to feel like that solution really checks all the boxes for them. They don't want to feel like it's, getting them halfway there. And so partners, that can always be a challenge, making sure that their customer has everything they need and that every user in the environment is satisfied with the deployment.
And looking ahead, we've touched on the challenges. Let's move on to the exciting stuff, the solutions that the types of products and feature updates that you guys are working on. But
Yeah.
what is your product roadmap looking like for the next 12 months, and what kind of features can customers and partners expect from you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've always been focused on developing solutions that are as integrated with Microsoft Teams as possible, and that's obviously going to continue. We've been a very close Microsoft partner for quite a number of years, and we're continuing to build on these pieces that we have that really help close those gaps. So the three key areas that we support are contact center. That's one of the greatest weaknesses in Microsoft Teams. And there are a lot of contact centers out there that work with Microsoft Teams, but our main focus is developing the most integrated contact center for Microsoft Teams. It's something that truly lives within their environment and is easy for them to manage. And I'll talk a little bit more about some of the functionality we're bringing to that piece. Of course, there's the audio recording as well. Being able to record calls top to bottom throughout your entire organization in a very cohesive way. That's a key need. And then the last one is the attendant console. It's sometimes an afterthought when you're looking to deploy an organization or deploy teams to an organization. Typically, there's only a couple of those users in an environment, but it's a very critical role in the environment. If the attendant operator, the receptionist, if that team is not satisfied with the solution, you have an uphill battle to climb with getting the rest of the organization on board. And so making sure that they're well taken care of is critical. And so that's something that we've really focused on over the years is having an attendant console that works well for that user. So as we look into 2024, some things that we are really looking to build on top of these products, obviously in contact center, this year we're seeing the year of adding more support around chat integration channels. We have up until this point been largely focused on delivering the best Teams voice contact center platform. And the goal was always to grow into more omni-channel support, including chat integrations. And we're starting to see that roll out here in 2024. So things like web chat, social channels, SMS, as we go down that road, you start to see functionality showing up there. And that's something partners have been asking for. So we're really excited to see that, being rolled out here shortly. I mentioned earlier AI tools. We're constantly building on top of that. We've already in Q4 of last year, we announced some exciting AI tools for the Landis Contact Center IVR, where it can listen to a caller's request and more accurately decipher what they're looking for, or find solutions from a large database and provide it for the caller. And that's going to continue on into things like agent support and live agent support while they're on the call, being able to decipher what the caller is actually looking for and asking for, and feed those answers to the agent that is engaging with the customer. So those are some things on the contact center side. Of course, the attendant console side, we continue to add functionality around integrations into CRM systems, and even some AI tools on that side of things too, that can quickly find the person that they want to talk to and put it right in front of the reception user. So lots of exciting things as we look throughout the year. I'd say probably the main banner feature that we're excited to roll out is around the AI and the chat integration. That's a really big one, and we're excited to bring that to the market.
Absolutely, it certainly is exciting. As you rightly highlight, I do think we're at this really curious juncture with AI where we've had all the massive hype, especially last year in the wake of ChatGPT. Now that's died down a little bit. It's about really, focusing in on what the specific practical applications, how this can use in various platforms and various technologies, and to suit the needs of customers and partners. So I think this is where it gets maybe not quite as immediately glamorous or showboating, but it's the stuff that really practically improves it and makes it palatable for users. So I think this is in its own way an even more exciting time for AI.
Yeah, and that's something that we've always really, throughout as we've started to introduce AI features, anyone can give an AI demo that is more conceptual, what they're, planning and what can be done at some point. And that is really exciting, as an organization, as you're planning, it's good to know these tools are coming. But it's also really important that our partners and our customers know, okay, what is possible today? If I plug this in today, what is it going to look like? And what is the real features, the AI features that can be delivered to our organization today? So as we roll out these features, we try to be very clear, yes, this is where we're going. These are some of the things that we hope to achieve, but this is what is available today. and making sure that our partners are well equipped to deploy those tools.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's all we've got time for today, but I've really enjoyed today's session, Paul, so thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me, Kieran. Really appreciate it.
And if you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share on social media. We'll see you next time. I've been Kieran Devlin, UC Today. Thanks for watching.